The next part of this course is yay, the system. So basically we are now diving into a much in-depth insight of what the system is. I will show you, I will, if the rest of the courses or if the rest of the modules were not as in-depth enough, in this module I will be showing you how the system works and how you can use it. All right, how it actually works based on your customer journey. Right, so let's move on. Okay, so this is the system basically. So we start here. Okay, see the red text that says start here. Don't go anywhere else. Let's start here. Don't read anything else. Okay, let's take this. Let's tackle this one by one. All right, so your business and your product. By now you should be able to have this. All right, this is the very foundation. This is what we did in the past 3 days. We built the foundation of your business. All right, this has to be solid enough already. Okay, and then the next step is know your market. Know what they want and just basically give it to them. Again, this part should already have been done. Right, you should have an idea of what this is already, because that's what we did for the past 3 days. All right, next is your ads and your sales pitches. Basically I taught you what the sales letter or sales pitches are earlier, so this is already, you already know this. The next step is I forgot to add the arrow. So anyway, the next step is the traffic that you control. All right, the traffic that you control, I'm sure you already know this. The traffic that you control, you have two things. You have the free traffic and the paid traffic. The free traffic are the organic traffic that you get from posting organically, doing organic marketing online, posting to groups and so on, reaching out, basically the manual stuff. Now the paid traffic the investment traffic is that you pay to have your lead magnet or have your ads distributed among targeted audiences. Again, and then the traffic that you don't control are from SEOs, referrals, and so on and so forth. The next is the next step is the web pages, the landing pages, the catch page, the sales page. These three things, your ads and sales pitches, the traffic that you control and the traffic that you don't control, and the web pages are basically consist of your first value ladder. All right, so I'm sure I know by now you should already understand what a value ladder is. All right, so these three things are what consist of your first value ladder. Then next is the traffic that you own. Basically, this is your database. We talked about this earlier, so you know this. Next is the email sequencing. You have automated and the broadcast emails. And then the next step is for you to ascend your customers through in your value ladder, in your big and general value ladder. All right, and then next we have the continuity email, the strengthening email sequences. We have automated again and broadcast. And then the next step is we ascend again your customers, ascend them to the value ladder. And then the next step is to repeat for a new set of customers. All right, so basically this is how, in general, in a broad sense, the customer journey using this system. All right. So the next is I want to again reiterate and to emphasize this marketing funnel. We have a marketing funnel: the brand awareness, interest, lead generation, engagement, trial, and sale. And this is called a funnel for a particular reason, because the more people you have on top, the more the people that you have that enter the top of your funnel would eventually be only a few when they exit your marketing funnel, which is the sale. I have been emphasizing this enough, so I'm sure you know what this is, and you should know why it is a funnel, because not everybody who enters your brand awareness campaign becomes your buying customers, right? So let's say, for example, again, let's do an example. In brand awareness, you have 10,000 reach, and then in the interest stage of your marketing campaign, you have 4,000 interested people, and then in the lead generation, 500 of those 4,000 have opted in or have signed up in your sign up form. And then the engagement, in the engagement stage, let's say only 100 people engaged with you, and then in the trial period only 50 people have tried your product, because somewhere along the way people might have not might not have taken interest anymore with what you're offering. And then at the end of the funnel, the sales funnel, or the sales stage, is you have 10 people purchased. So this is how a funnel works, and this is basically what is happening in real life. Okay, so don't expect that if you reach 10,000 people, there will be 10,000 buyers. No, do not expect that. Now, the reason why this is also this is a marketing funnel, but there are several tons of funnels, types of funnels, and this also applies to the system. Why is that? Earlier in the email sequence where I showed you my MailChimp email sequence, you saw a decrease in the subscribers, correct? Because that also happens. Everything that you do in this system is a funnel, because not everybody who initially acts on your efforts would eventually come to become your customer, or would eventually enter the next program of your program or system or funnel. Okay, so for example, in your reach, you have 10,000 reach, and then out of those 10,000, 4,000 have opted into your email list, which is a good number. And then out of those 4,000, 500 purchases, you've had 500 purchases, and you have 500 people who have entered your first value ladder. All right, out of those 500, only 100 now engaged with you in your automated sequence, because probably the people from the value ladder 1, they have already gotten what they want and they don't want anymore, so they disregard your efforts to engage with them. But let's say that there are still 100 customers who want more. All right, so out of those 100 engaged customers, you have 50 who have bought into your second value ladder, or your next product, your next high value ticket item. Right, so out of those 50 purchases, they went through another continuity sequence, and only 10 purchased in your value ladder. Right, so this is primarily the reason why it is called a funnel, because not everybody, again, who enters your funnel exits your funnel. Somewhere along the way, they just move out, exit your funnel without going through the entire process. The good thing about this is that we have stored data. We are constantly monitoring and constantly tracking our efforts, our platforms, and our systems, which gives us an idea and an overview on what works and what does not work. All right. So, in order for us to troubleshoot, and in order for us to have better results, there are several ways and several solutions that we can do for every stage of your funnel. So, for example, you want more purchases. You want more purchases in the value ladder 3, because out of 10,000, only 10 have purchased. Correct? So what if you want to scale your business and have 20 or 30 or 50 purchases? 50 purchases in your value ladder, in your third value ladder, then you have already an idea on the ratio, how many buyers buy for every 10,000 people that you reach. Or do you understand? So what we can do is what we can tackle is what we can provide solutions is to one of the ways that we can do that is to spend and invest more to reach more people. So let's say that there are one purchase for every 1,000 people that you reach, right? One purchase in your third value ladder for every 1,000 reach, or there are 10 purchases for every 10,000 people that you reach. So that is our ratio. Okay, so we have a 1:1,000 ratio. So we can speculate, we can think, what if we have 20,000 reach? What if we were able to reach 20,000 people. Does that mean that we can have 20 purchases in our third value ladder? Possibly, yes. The only way to find out is to try. So what we can do is spend and invest more to reach more people. The next thing, the next step we can do, the next troubleshoot that we can do is to drive better conversions, is to create a better sales pitch for more signups. So given this again, so there are 10 purchases in our value ladder for every 4,000 email opt-ins. So given that ratio, what we can do, what if we were able to do from the 10,000 reach, we were able to do 8,000 opt-ins? Does that mean that we can double our value ladder 3 purchases? Possibly, again, yes. So the solution or the tweaking or the troubleshoot that we can do is create a better sales pitch for more sign-ups. All right. So next is the next is develop an in-demand product to get more purchases. So if in value ladder 1 we've had 500 purchases out of the 4,000 opt-ins, what if we were able to drive the value 1 purchases in order for us to have a bigger chance of getting more purchases in our third value ladder? So what we can do, one of the tweaks that we can do is develop a more in-demand product to get more purchases. So if we have a ratio of 10 purchases from the value ladder, out of the 500 purchases who have purchased in the first value ladder, then it means that we have a ratio of 1 is to 50, correct? Yeah. So what if we were able to scale, if we were able to make more purchases in the value ladder, then it means that there is a better chance and a better possibility that we have more purchases in the value ladder 3, right? And so on and so forth. Next troubleshoot that we can do is build more trust and value for more engagement. So what if in the sequences, in the continuity sequences, we were able to build more trust and value from those initial 500 purchases? What if we were able to do 200 engaged people? Does that mean that we can double and make our value ladder purchase, third value ladder purchase up to 20? Again, possibly. It all depends on these several factors. All right. The next is from the 50 purchases, from the 50 people who purchased during the value ladder 2 stage, only 10 of them purchased. So what if we offer a more valuable, again, if we offer a more valuable product or services for more purchases? So what if we were able to make 100 purchases during the value ladder 2? Does that mean that we can double our purchases during the value ladder 3, third value ladder? Again, possibly, yes. So the next troubleshoot we can do is provide premium products or services for more purchases. So again, it goes back again to just minor tweakings and trying to analyze and understand better which of these stages in the funnel works better. So it's just a matter of developing and enhancing these stages to drive more purchases. Do you understand? I hope you understand. I hope you're able to get the logic behind it. So the next is I will now be showing you a sample network of systems, a sample network of funnels that I also do to drive more conversions and purchases. So you have here a wide network and a series of funnels that I use to drive more conversions. So in the first one, in the previous sample, we tweaked several stages in every funnel. In the next stage, in this particular slide, is we now create and develop several funnels several funnels within a funnel within a funnel to drive more conversions. So this is like the inception. This is like inception, a dream within a dream. So this type is now a funnel within a funnel. So you have here a vast network of funnels and systems. So let's go through it. So let's start first from the very top left. So we have here lead magnet 1A, lead magnet 1B, and lead magnet 1C. Now you might be thinking, previously you might have thought that I thought that one lead magnet will do. Well, sometimes to better your chances, to better the odds of you driving more customers, you have to test out several lead magnets, several funnels, several type of content. Lead magnet 1A could be a poster. Lead magnet 1B could be a video. Lead magnet 1C could be purely text. It depends on how you test these market. But all of these lead magnets drive different customers to one sign up form, which is the sign up form 1 for customer type A. Again, you can also do tests on several types of audiences. So for example, if you are targeting a wedding, if you are in the wedding industry, lead magnet 1A, lead magnet 1B, and lead magnet 1C, and sign up form for customer type A could be specifically targeted to females, whereas sign up form 1 for customer type B could be specifically targeted to males. Now the lead magnets again would be a different approach. They're just different types of baits that you can use to test out which one works. All right. So from lead magnet 1A, lead magnet 1B, and lead magnet 1C, all of those who have taken interest in those lead magnets or baits, they go to a sign up form 1 for the customer type A, and then which would eventually drive them to web page 1 for customer type A. All right, and similarly, that also happens for sign up form 1 for customer type B, sign up form 1 for customer type C, sign up form 1 for customer type D. And then of course, to go a bit more complex, you can have several sign up forms depending on your objective and how you segregate and how you segment and how you group your customers. Now if you're able to study, and if you're able to strategize, and if you're able to plan out, you can create a complex system such as this one. But looking at this example, all of the funnels and all of the system, all of the networks, all of the systems, and all of the funnels, they lead into one sales page. So for example, we have 5,000 people who have opted in the lead magnet 1A, 1B, and 1C. We have 3,000 who have opted in or who have taken interest, there are 3,000 people reached by lead magnet 2A and 2B, 1,500 people for lead magnet 3, and 6,000 people for lead magnet 4. And then for lead magnet 1, we have 3,500 sign-ups. For lead magnet 2, we have 2,000 sign-ups. For lead magnet 3, we have 1,000, and for lead magnet 4, we have 5,000. Again, guys, these are hypothetical numbers, right? So, but I want to reiterate and I want to emphasize something, because this particularly can happen. All right. So if we look into lead magnet 1A, 1B, and 1C, which has reached 5,000 people combined, so 3 lead magnets or 3 baits have a combined reach of 5,000 people. And then whereas lead magnet 4, a single bait, attracted or reached 6,000 people. And then the conversion rate of lead magnet 1A is a bit lower than the conversion rate or the sign up rate from lead magnet 4, which is 5,000. So in lead magnet 1A, out of 5,000, so in lead magnet 1, out of the 5,000 reached, there are only 3,500 signups. And from the 3,500 signups, only 500 people went into your web page 1 for customer type A. All right. So whereas, let's say, for example, in the lead magnet 4, there are 6,000 in there, and then there are in the sign up form 1 for customer type D, there are 5,000. Now you would see the sign up rate is really good. But then what happens afterwards when we come to web page 4, there are only 100. So that is a really deep plummet, you know, in your conversion rates or in your action rates. Whereas, let's say, for example, in lead magnet 3, there are 1,500 signups, there are 1,500 reaches, and then there are 1,000 signups for sign up form 1 customer type C, and there are 800 people who have entered your web page 3 for customer type C. So again, the numbers, if you are to see the trend, it all depends on several factors. Right? In lead magnet 4, you might have a really amazing lead magnet that was able to reach 6,000, which led to a 5,000 signups. But somewhere along the way, there might have been a big mistake or a big error, which led to just 100 people going to your web page 4. So there are several factors. The numbers are unpredictable. Okay, the conversion rates are unpredictable. It just depends on several factors. So once you have these data, it's just a matter now of studying and reviewing what happened, why it worked and why it did not work. So this is the advantage of online and digital marketing and the systems. You have the data to work on your campaigns better. Okay, so moving on. So out of those 4 funnels, we have now a total of 1,850 people who have purchased via the sales page, which is a good number. All right, and then moving to the value ladder, we have 850. So given this model, again, I'd like to emphasize that you have to test a lot. You have to try and test and a lot of effort. If you need to spend 30,000, 50,000 or 100,000 just to get just for testing, then so be it. Because the good thing about this is that, for example, if you invested 100,000, if you were able to invest 100,000 just to test the system out, and you were able to find the perfect funnel or the perfect program or the perfect system that works best for you, then that's the time now you can spend 200, 500,000 or even $1 million. You can now scale your business by spending that amount for that perfect funnel. Because remember, however much you spent on marketing and advertising will eventually lead to a good return on investment. So for example, if you spent $1 million, because now that you spent, let's say, 100,000 for the testing period, and you found out that lead magnet, that the funnel number 3, which contains the lead magnet 3, sign up form 1 for customer type C, and web page 3 for customer type C is the best funnel for you, then by all means you can spend $1 million scaling this particular funnel. All right. So it's important to test, track your data, see your problems, provide solutions, and then repeat. Because as a business owner or as a professional, it is your duty, it is your job to provide solutions to your customers based on their problems. If you yourself cannot solve your own problems by providing your own solutions, then how else can you solve other people's solutions, correct? So start within yourself first. Test, track your data, see your problems, provide solutions, and then repeat. And then afterwards, once you have the perfect funnel, you scale. All right? So that's it, guys. Thank you. This is your this is to sum up the business class for professional 1, the system. Now you might be thinking, okay, before we move on, you might be thinking, why is this the business class for professionals 1 called the system? where is the business class for professionals 2? Well, this is now, I am really excited now to tell you about the business class for professionals 2, the next step for you. Basically, this is called the blueprint. Alright, so in business class for professionals 1, I taught you all about the system. I taught you how the system works. I taught you what elements and tools that you need for the system. And basically, at this point in time, you can already, launch your business. You can already start your online business. And I highly urge you to start your business right now, to start your career using this system. But if you want, but after some time, if you're ready, this business class for professionals 2, the blueprint, will teach you now several dozens of techniques and methods, the more advanced techniques and methods that you can do to now scale your business big time. All right. So in the blueprint, in the business class for professionals 2, the blueprint, what you will be getting, what I will be teaching you are 11 things. First is understanding your strengths. So we take a step back to understand your strength. We build, we create, we develop the perfect product and build the perfect brand for your business. Okay, the next thing is understanding your market. We dive deeper into the market. We dive deeper into understanding the psychology, the emotional triggers that triggers your customers. This is now what we will be tackling. Next is developing your products or your services. This is a more advanced, and we will now dive really super deep into developing your products or your services based on the first 2 factors, which is the strengths and your market. All right. Next is marketing and advertising planning. So in this course, in this business class for professionals 1, we did not talk about any marketing and advertising planning. All right, particularly because that is an entire course in itself, and that would take a while for you to understand. Right? So in this business class for professionals 2, module 4, what we will be talking about is the marketing and how we can set up our marketing strategies. This includes positioning yourself as a brand leader, understanding your TAM or your total addressable market, understanding your SOM, your service obtainable market, and so on and so forth. We will dive into advanced tools, and to better understand, we will get to know how many potential prospects do you actually have for your business. All right. Next is now acquiring leads. So in this next business class for professionals 2, I will be teaching you, and we will be working on how to acquire massive leads. What is the right approach to get tons and tons of leads? All right. Leads again are potential prospects and customers. All right. So the next is developing and building your platform. So in this course, we will now start developing and building your platforms. Now the system, we just built it. All right. I just gave you the tools, the necessary tools and framework for your system. But here we build your platform. So we build your email marketing platform, we build your distribution channels, we build your website, we build your automation sequences, we build a lot more. We build your web pages. I teach you certain techniques to make it faster, to make if once a customer purchases, they can already be redirected into the next page where you resell and upsell or downsell certain services. So we build the ins and outs of the platforms. All right. Next is number 7, the funnels and the different types of funnels. I mentioned earlier that there are different types of funnels. What I showed you are just basically 1 to 3 types of funnels. and that in one type of marketing funnel, one type of sales funnel. Now there are several other types of sales funnel. What you saw is just basically the basic type of funnel. Then there are a lot of tweaks that we can do to ensure that, you know, the tweaks and advanced modifications and customization that we can do to make your customer journey more appropriate for you, more appropriate for your business. Next is writing your sales pitch in the script. So we dive in now into the psychology, how to write an effective. I teach you how you can write an effective sales pitch with the headline, how we differentiate what a good headline is from a shitty headline is, and then we work on the body, we work on the best ways how you can write. Basically, this is where we build and enhance and develop your persuasion skills in writing and in video, you know, in your scripts for video. Next is developing your lead magnets. So we develop now the types of lead magnets. We work on the ad copies, the different types of ad copies, the different types of leads and baits. We work on the different, you know, we test out a lot of baits and lead magnets and ad copies and so on and so forth. We mix and match headlines, images, and copies and so on and so forth. All right. Next, the next thing, the number 10 is Facebook advertising. So we talk about how we can do Facebook advertising. I will be teaching you what the proper way and the effective and strong way, the strongest way to do Facebook advertising. Right? I've been running ads for so long now that, you know, the innovation, the new updates, the new algorithms are just, you know, they constantly come in and they constantly change their Facebook algorithm, which is a bit puzzling, you know, confusing. So what I will be teaching you is the up-to-date method and the up-to-date strategies that you can do for optimization for us to reach your target market, very, very specific, detailed target marketing, and increase your conversion rates with Facebook advertising. All right. The next and the last and the best thing about the Blueprint course is we develop your campaign from scratch. Yes. So I work with you one-on-one and we develop your campaign now, because you have already understood the system, because you have already understood modules 1 to 10 of the Blueprint. It's now easier for us to communicate and brainstorm and work together in order for you to build the 99.9%, because there's no such thing as a perfect campaign. Okay? We build you a strong campaign for your business. Right now, at this stage, during the module 10, we are basically now on the same page in terms of how we think, of how we strategize, and how we will launch our business. All right. So basically, this would be much easier for us to communicate, to work together, to build on your. I will be working with you hands-on. Oops, sorry. I will be working with you hands-on for this. So, yeah, I will be announcing when I will be releasing the Blueprint system. It's coming soon. If you are watching somewhere time in the future, and please do check the Blueprint. It might be out now. Nonetheless, you will receive constant continuity value added emails from me, and I will be sending you updates. I hope you are as excited as I am to take on the next step in our business class for professionals online course program, which is the Blueprint. All right. So again, I hope you'll have learned something very, very valuable in this business class for professionals 1, the system. I hope you've learned a lot, and I hope now you can, at this very point today, right now at this very moment. Start working on your system, start working on your business, and then tomorrow, once you have developed your system, once you have developed the tools, the platforms, and everything else, test, launch it, go for it, launch it, do beta launching, do soft launching, and so on and so forth. Test it, try it out, see the results for yourself. And then if you have already gotten results, please do let me know, and I will be happy to discuss, and I would be happy to hear all about your success story. All right, so again, my name is Jaggy Gangat, and thank you so much. I will see you again very, very soon. Bye bye.